Welcome back. Well, most of us long for warmer weather during the long, brutal winter, and it is here in a big way. The heat wave continues. A live look right now at Hartford, New London, and Avon from the Talcott Mountain Science Center. Our first alert team tracking the heat and humidity again today. Yes, and it is day 5 of the heat wave, so we called in an expert to talk about it, Dr. Michelle Petrucelli from Hartford Hospital. So, I mean, when you are talking about heat-related illnesses, what types of things are we talking about? Are there different categories for heat-related illnesses?
Yes and no. There are two main categories. We look at exertional heat-related illnesses, and those are your athletes, people who are outside, landscaping, people at camp. Then you have your non-exertional, someone just, God forbid, left in a car, someone in a hot apartment, someone who's not exposing them, who's staying out in the sun but not doing any exercise.
Doctor, we're going to talk about some ways to sort of prevent this, the obvious being hydration. But before we get to that, somebody that might be dehydrated, what sort of signs should people look for if maybe they're in that ballpark where they are dehydrated and they do have heat-related illnesses?
Certainly, one of the things that we want to say is by the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So we'll probably talk about that. But if you're already thirsty, that's an issue. Then if you start to have headache, muscle cramps, dizziness, profuse sweating, although there is a heat-related illness where you're just hot to the touch and pale and not actually sweating, rapid heartbeat. When you move into things like confusion, hallucinations, then you're in serious trouble.
Talk about things that people can do to prevent this. The obvious is drink a lot of water, but what should people be conscious of right now during this heat wave and for the rest of the summer when it's going to be pretty hot?
You want to wear light, loose-fitting clothing. Certainly trying staying out of the sun is important. And if you have to go out in the sun, if that's related to your work, then we totally recommend that you start hydrating beforehand. So if you have 2 to 3 glasses of water, maybe 2 hours before you go out, and then a full glass of water right before you go out, and then drinking every 20 minutes if you're working in this heat of the day. That's also important. And I know a lot of people do not like water, so you can have a sports drink, you can have fruit juice, you can splash some fruit juice in your water, or fresh fruit, or vegetable juice, anything to keep you hydrated. One of the things not to have, though, that I see people having all the time is a large iced coffee. That's a big no-no because that will make you more dehydrated.
Right. I like my hot coffee, but you kind of need to balance each cup of that off with a cup of water in addition to the water you need to stay hydrated during this heat wave.
Correct.
Elderly folks, young kids, kind of most vulnerable during these conditions, right?
Absolutely. And also, we sometimes forget about people that can't speak for themselves. So someone who is handicapped or special needs or who won't have the ability to say, I'm really hot, I need to move out of this room, this area, what have you.
Dr. Michelle Petrucelli from Hartford Hospital, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
You stay cool and stay hydrated, and we will heed your advice.
You, sir, as well.
Thank you.